Oakland Athletics Baseball on Comcast Sportsnet, part of the NBC Sports Group.
The A's offense has struggled in recent games, but the green and gold's bats have the ability to ignite at any time. It will not be easy for Oakland as they face one of the elite pitchers in the game today. Angels ace Jared Weaver has been lights out in 2012 and added a no-hitter to his already impressive resume. Can they capture a much-needed series win today? The A's play the rubber game against the Angels next. Absolutely gorgeous day for baseball at the O.co Coliseum. Nice crowd as expected. Jared Weaver's going to pitch for the Angels. He will be opposed by Jared Parker for the Athletics. So it is indeed the rubber game of this three-game set. Angels Athletics coming up on Comcast Sportsnet, California. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Oakland A's Baseball, along with my broadcast partner, Ray Fosse. I'm Glenn Kuiper. Jared Parker today making his sixth start of the season. And, Ray, in spring training, control was an issue for Parker. One of the reasons why he started in AAA. Right. Last couple starts, we've seen some problems with his control. How concerned should we be?
Well, I think the one thing, he's healthy today. He was not Friday in San Francisco. Had a stomach ailment. He had not eaten for a couple of days. So at least today, he's nourished and ready to go. He has a very good fastball, good changeup. He'll throw the changeup anytime. One of the best I've seen from a right-hander. Lefties always have good changeups, but Parker struggled in spring training, like you said. He seemed to have found it at AAA. He's back. He has struggled the last couple of starts, but I think the most important thing for him, use the changeup and the fastball, occasional breaking ball, but at least feel good, and he does do that today.
Jared Weaver has made 21 career starts against the Athletics. There's no secret. They know what he throws. His stuff is very good.
Well, he pitched a no-hitter on May the 2nd, and that tells it all because he is that good. Every time he takes the ball, he has a chance. He mixes his pitches well, and his pitching coach, Mike Butcher, said he holds a little bit in reserve. And what we have seen, when he gets a runner in scoring position, don't expect to get a fastball. He'll throw curveballs, cut fastballs, a good changeup. He's an excellent pitcher. He's a smart pitcher, and he's in the big leagues for a reason.
Now, the A's have won 5 of the first 8 games played against the Angels this year, and they'll try to win a series this afternoon here on their home turf. So a beautiful day for baseball, and we're just about set to go. Lineups and first pitch coming up. It's the A's and the Angels on Comcast Sportsnet, California.
Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. And by Toyota. Check out the great deals at your local Toyota dealer today.
Athletic royalty, huh? Bergkamp and Harris in the dugout before the game today. Wishing everybody luck.
Introducing himself to everybody, and one of the greats has played, and Campy on hand as Monty Moore is. John Blue Moon on him for the A's Community Fund Golf Tournament tomorrow at Round Hill Country Club, so they're here to watch the ball game this afternoon.
Game time weather brought to you by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. Get to the beach. The admission-free boardwalk is open daily starting this Friday, May 25th. Beautiful day, 67 degrees, not a cloud in the sky. Bright blue skies, nice breeze, and very comfortable. So day baseball from the Coliseum, and it is the rubber game of the series between these two division rivals, the A's and the Angels. Angels lineup for today: Trout is Torres, Pujols, Morales, Trumbo, Kendrick, Callaspo, Cole Calhoun, who made his major league debut in the outfield last night. He's making his first major league start today. Cole Calhoun in right field. Bobby Wilson is the catcher.
And the first off for Jared Parker against the Angels, and he has to feel so much better than he did Friday in San Francisco. And boy, you're not feeling well, your stomach's upset, and yeah, you don't pitch well. He did not pitch that great. Still, good fastball and changeup, two of his primary pitches, and looking for a second win to even his season record.
Defense for the A's this afternoon. It'll look like this: Smith in left, Crispin center, Reddick in right, Donaldson, Pennington, Weeks, and Kaihue. So Kaihue back at first base, with Kurt Suzuki doing the catching.
All the guys that hit the night off last night in the game today.
So Parker's first pitch of the game to Trout is in for a strike.
First pitch.
So the A's won on Monday night 2-1. Angels won last night 5-0. So not a huge amount of offense. And a quick 0-2 to Trout, who's hitting .333 with 4 home runs, 12 RBIs.
Fastball, first pitch strike, curveball, second pitch strike, and he also possesses a very good changeup, but good hitter to send back to the dugout. Great speed, leadoff hitter.
And that one didn't miss by much. 95 miles an hour from Parker. Umpires today: Ron Kulpa calls in balls and strikes. Rayburn at first, Cousins at second, Miller at third. Fastball runs inside, and that start on Friday for Parker, his changeup is maybe his best pitch, and he just didn't have it. He had trouble throwing strikes with it. And there it is right there. You see the differential. The fastball was 95, the changeup 82. So full count to Trout with his Torres in the on-deck circle. That one hit down the right field line and foul.
Well, his line gave up 6 runs, left when it was not that, but bullpen, although he put the runners on base, bullpen could not leave them out there.
Slow chopper. Donaldson has it on the run. He throws, and they just get Trout.
Well, we saw great defense last time, and that's an exceptional play to start this game. There's no way Pennington is able to take the slow chopper and get it to first base quickly enough. The momentum of Donaldson cutting in front of Pennington. He was headed towards first base, grabbed it, and quickly unloaded, and it took a stretch by Kaihue to get him. But that's just great speed down the baseline, and it was a bang-bang play, even with the great play by Donaldson.
One out for Myceres Torres, switch hitting shortstop, playing in place of Ibar again today. It's this one towards center field. Easy play for Coco Crisp. And that's out number 2.
Josh Donaldson along with Cliff Pennington left side of the infield, but this one's probably the best. Rolled over and from the backside got the runner and down the line, and watch this gun. Great pick, and it's across the diamond, and a tremendous arm strength of Josh Donaldson. Not bad for a catcher.
Here's Albert Pujols, who swings and misses at a breaking ball. Pujols with a home run last night. It was his 4th of the year. And 0-2. $20 RBIs for Pujols.
112 points below his career average.
3 straight breaking balls. Pujols strikes out. And Jared Parker, a very nice 3 up, 3 down, top of the first inning. Lineup for today. As Ray said, everybody back in there. Weeks, Chris Reddick, Smith, Gomes, Kaiue, Suzuki, Donaldson, and Pennington.
And Jared Weaver, you could almost look at him as like Justin Verlander. A couple of guys, when they take the mound, they feel they can do something special. He did it on May 2nd with a no-hitter against the Minnesota Twins. 6 wins on the season, one of those against the A's, as he, along with the bullpen, shut out the Athletics on the 16th of April. But as we mentioned, he gets in trouble, he'll go to his off-speed pitches, and he has several to deal with.
So Weaver, taking his 6-1 record to the mound today, faces Jabal Weeks. Callaspo, the third baseman, in on the grass. And Weaver's first pitch is on the outside corner, a strike to Weeks. Weeks hitting .199 with 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. He's got a home run against Weaver in his short career. Inside corner, strike 2 called. So Ron Kulpa exercising that right arm in the early going. Strike on the outside, strike on the inside. Fastball, foul, straight back.
Well, if you're a hitter, the one thing you know about Jared Weaver, he's going to be around the plate. It's just a matter of what pitch he decides to throw.
So Reddick back in there today. Coco Crisp waiting in the on-deck circle. Jared Weaver, 29 years old, as he takes the mound this afternoon. Swing and a miss. The big overhand breaking ball. Weeks strikes out. Here's the defense for the Angels. Trumbo, Trout, Calhoun in the outfield. Iaspo Izturis on the left side, Kendrick Pujols on the right side with Bobby Wilson back behind home plate.
When you have two pitchers on the mound, I mean, this could be a game. We saw the 2-1 game on Monday night, close game. The A's, of course, last night only one hit, but you just have to hope your pitcher is shutting down the opposition. And what Jared Parker did in the top half of the inning. Remember down in Anaheim, Jared Weaver got a 3-spot in the first inning. Kendrys Morales hit a 3-run home run, and that just settled him down, and did not take much after that for him to just go through the A's 6 2/3 innings. Did throw a lot of pitches, 105 in those 6 2/3, but bullpen shut down the Athletics.
And that was the only game that the Angels won in that series. A's are 5-3 against the Angels, 22-22 overall, 8-9 against the AL West. On the ground towards short, as Torres takes care of Coco Crisp for out number 2. A true story brought to you by McDonald's. May 2nd of this year, it's the no-hitter by Jared Weaver. It was against the Minnesota Twins. 121 pitches, 77 of them strikes. It's his 4th win of the year, and grew up in Southern California, so he had lots of family and friends there. So a no-hitter.
Mom and Dad at every game down in Anaheim, and we were there. I saw some interviews where his dad was on the field doing some interviews. There's his brother Jeff. 2 very good pitchers, both pitching at this level. Saw that one highlight of Trumbo playing third base.
Yep.
When they were testing him, of course, he had not played third that much. Made a nice play on the bunt. Jared's Gym. Good title for that.
So Weaver faces Reddick. Reddick with the night off last night, back in there today.
Good take on a good changeup, and Josh Reddick probably could say that he doesn't ever want a day off. But he took it last night and ready to go this afternoon. Another day off tomorrow before Friday's game against the Yankees.
So it's a 4-pitch walk.
You know, watching Jared Weaver, especially throw a 2-0 changeup to guys who had 11 home runs, without looking at the lineup, and you pick one guy, and especially fall behind 2-0, where Josh Reddick might be looking for a fastball to try to get a quick run, throw him a changeup. That says a lot about Weaver and what he might be thinking today.
So that'll bring up the cleanup man, Seth Smith. Overhand curve in for a strike to Smith, hitting .235 with 3 homers, 11 RBIs. Strike 2. So 0-2.
I think you said it best. Ron Kulpa, his strike zone might be favoring the pitchers today, which you have 2 good pitchers and they're throwing strikes around the plate, and it does force the hitters to swing the bat.
That one just below the knees, but a pretty good 0-2 pitch by Weaver. It's Johnny Gomes waiting in the on-deck circle. Fisted to shallow center. Coming in on the move is Trout, and he makes the catch. Side retired. So Reddick gets the walk. He is stranded. No score after 1. Morales steps in. Then Trumbo and Kendrick for Jared Parker, who had a 3-up, 3-down first inning with a strikeout. First pitch is a strike at the knees. Just be in the area if you're the pitcher today. There's Donaldson with the shift on, ranging to his left, and he makes the play.
Fit up with the Oakland A's on Tuesday, June the 5th. Your special field level ticket includes early access to the Eastside Club, where appetizers and non-alcoholic beverages will be served. A's players will join in for a Q&A session, followed by local media members. Tweet at Athletics. Questions for all Q&A questions. Our sessions using hashtag AthleticsTweetup. Wow.
So here's Trumbo. First pitch to Trumbo is inside.
Every time I read that and see that promo, I'm thinking, what does all this mean? Maybe you come out on June the 5th and find out.
2-0 now to Trumbo, hitting .339 with 6 homers and 19 RBIs. Swing and a miss. There's the good fastball from Parker. Angels are 19-25. 8-15 on the road. And this is a 10-game road trip for them. So they will head to Seattle to start a 4-game series tomorrow night. They're 2-3 on the 10-game trip so far. And they're 8 games back of the Rangers. Swing and a miss. Now there's the changeup. And that is strikeout number 2 for Parker.
Well, they elevated a fastball to 94, came back down to the knees with a 93, and then pulled the string on a changeup. And that is a great sequence of pitches, and especially going up and down the ladder. Jared Parker, and boy, what a difference 5 days makes. Trumbo shaking his head, looking back at the dugout, and somebody questioned about the pitch, and they know it's a changeup. They know he has a good one, and for a right-hander, that is a specialty.
So 1-1 the count to Howie Kendrick, hitting .258 with 4 homers, 14 RBIs. Kendrick started the year batting second. The Angels have dropped him down to 6th. Maybe they like him down there a little bit better.
Well, he was just struggling. Of course, signed long-term contract, as did Ibar. Ibar last night took one on the right knee.
Donaldson backhands, slides, gets up, throws, and another very nice play by Donaldson. He's putting on a show the last 2 games, and the Angels do not score. Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by Lowe's. Visit MLB.com/fan guide for a chance to win a VIP experience for 2 this year at a Major League Baseball World Series game. Presented by Scott's, the official lawn care company. Bottom of the second inning, Johnny Gomes to lead it off against Weaver. And the first pitch to Gomes is a strike.
Johnny Gomes got Irvin Santana in Anaheim, a right-hander, and of course with Cespedes still on the disabled list, Johnny and Seth Smith both getting playing time. One case today, DH, and the other playing the outfield. Kai Hui playing first base today. Derek Barton the afternoon off. And it's Dallas Braden still in his rehab, trying to get back to the point where he can pitch. It's good to see him and see him working. He's a cheerleader now, and always does a good job of that.
One and two to Gomes, hitting .227. 5 home runs on the year. Here's the defensive star for the A's the last couple of games, Josh Donaldson. Setting up outside, and that one's driven to left field. Off the end of the bat, and Trumbo had a bad break on it, and it falls. So Gomes has a base hit.
And Josh Donaldson again. This one down the line, slide up, and when you get a strong arm, you can do some of those things. Even with Howard Kendrick running as well as he does, took an extra base hit away from him. Matter of being able to pop up, set himself, and with a four-seam grip, throw a strike across the diamond. And no doubt watching him last night, playing third base, confidence growing every game. And when you have a strong arm, that makes it a lot better. So both Pennington and Donaldson extremely strong arms from the left side of the infield.
So the A's had their leadoff man on here in the second inning.
Jared Weaver with that one hit, ball off the end of the bat with his left fielder breaking back, realizes how special it is to throw a no-hitter. That's true. Because if it's Trout or Borges even getting fooled on it the way Trumbo did, they catch him. That's the speed. That's what speed can do.
He got fooled, and he's playing very deep, and he's playing very deep now.
Of course, Trout in center playing shallow, but he can come in as he did in the first. He can go back on a ball. Trout just trying to find, or Trumbo just trying to find a position.
That one rolled towards second. Out there, and Izturis has to leap over the sliding Gomes. Could not make a throw, so Kai Hui is aboard with a fielder's choice. Gomes is out.
A slow hit ball gives Johnny Gomes an opportunity to do something that he always likes to do, and that's up in a middle infielder. And Izturis just decided better jump, and once he came down, Kai Hui was going to beat any throw made by Izturis. Nice photo op there, but that's about it.
So Kurt Suzuki steps in, hitting in the 7th spot today.
I think Johnny Gomes just lives for plays like that, where he can go in hard to second base. Especially if the hitter coming up can keep an inning going.
No home runs, 13 RBIs for Kurt Suzuki. Lots of at-bats against Jared Weaver. 15 for 46. He's got a home run. He's behind in the count here, 0-2. Now, last night when the A's were shut out for the 7th time, that's that glove hand.
Well, that time they looked like the pine tar might have kept his hand on the bat and tried to release it to take a little pressure off the hand. Between batting gloves and pine tar, sometimes that can hurt a hitter just because he cannot release the hand, especially if the hand hurts as much as Suzuki's does.
So 1-2 to Kurt. Last night the A's had, of course, just the one hit. They only had 4 base runners. Yeah, they will try to get the offense going a little bit today. Hit past Mike Gallegos, but foul. Decision time for the ball boy. He has made his decision. Parents of Kurt Suzuki. Very nice people. Told Kurt's dad a couple of weeks ago, your son is tough because he gets beat up every night. He just shook his head. He said, I know. Hope he's okay.
He knows he's a catcher and what comes with being a catcher. Now pulling for him to get a hit, keep the inning going.
2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Kurt chased. So that's the second strikeout for Weaver.
And a fastball just kind of runs away from Suzuki here, and then the cutter. That could have been cutter, could have just been a fastball that just kept running out of the strike zone. Looked good, especially protecting with a couple of strikes.
So here's Donaldson. Donaldson 1 for 7 in the series with a double. It's that one toward the shortstop is Turris, who flips to Kendrick, side retired. A's get a leadoff hit from Gomes, nothing else. So we'll head to the third, no score. Area baseball, Comcast Sportsnet, California's authentic Fan Fridays right here at the Coliseum. This Friday versus the Yankees, get a ticket in our value deck behind home plate. You get an A's t-shirt, a cheer card, and a $6 food and drink voucher for one great price. The best deal in Bay Area baseball is Comcast Sportsnet authentic Fan Friday. Log on to csncalifornia.com for details. So there it is. And you get all the deals on Friday night. Against the Yankees, place will be buzzing. It'll be a big crowd, fireworks.
Don't even have to leave your seat to watch the fireworks there. That might be the best seat in the house, between on the field or up there.
It'll be nice and close to the fireworks. So a big weekend coming up with the Yankees in town, and it indeed starts on Friday. This is Alberto Callaspo leading things off here in the third. He'll be followed by Cole Calhoun and Bobby Wilson. The 3-1 pitch is high, walked it, not close. First base runner for the Angels.
A consistent release point is what a pitcher wants, and Jared Parker did it in the first 6 batters using all of his pitches. For some reason, the fastball to Callejon was not as close to the plate as he has been.
So first major league at bat for Cole Calhoun. AAA numbers, 296 with 5 home runs. He came in the game last night as a defensive replacement, so that was his first appearance in a major league game, and this is his first at bat.
And with the lead, Mike Scioscia was able to put him in the outfield, probably knowing he was going to play today, so he can get his feet wet in a defensive alignment and get a chance to start today. Peter Bourjos gets the afternoon off.
That one in the first try. Salt Lake City is where the Angels AAA team is. Calhoun was an 8th round pick in 2010. So just a couple years in the minor leagues and he is in the big leagues. Arizona State, he's a Sun Devil.
It says it's a lot about you get drafted and you perform well. You never know what can happen at this big league level. Vernon Wells going on the DL, Torrey Hunter restricted list. So I mean, things happen and you get your chance.
Swing and a foul ball back to the screen. Well, he had a huge year last year in the California League, Inland Empire. 22 home runs, 99 RBIs. This year, started at AAA and now in the big leagues. So you think about that, 2 years ago at this time, he's playing for Arizona State.
That's right. In the Cal League and no sleep last night thinking about today.
Inland Empire last year. Two and two the count with Callejon at first. Swing and a miss. He chased and he is gone. So his first major league at bat is a strikeout.
Second issue of Athletics Magazine featuring Brandon McCarthy and Bartolo Colon is now available. Get to know hitting coach Chili Davis. Learn how to make the Pennington stir fry and break down batting practice basics. The new issue is available at team stores or online at oaklandathletics.com/magazine. You know how Bartolo Colon pitches. He throws that two-seam fastball that works so well against lefties and righties.
So here's the catcher, Bobby Wilson. The ball in for a strike to Wilson, hitting 182 with an RBI.
I think any young pitcher on the mound, Kurt Suzuki behind the plate. Zook, of course, the everyday catcher. We've seen it with Tom Malone and Tyson Ross, even the veterans, McCarthy and Colon. And with Parker today mixing the pitches, using all three of his pitches so far today. And that's the work that Kurt Suzuki does behind the plate. And sure, everybody wants catchers to hit, but main objective is to do the job behind the plate. Bob Melvin knows that as a former catcher himself, and he knows he has a good one to Kurt Suzuki to do exactly what needs to be done, especially guiding pitchers through a ball game.
Well, Parker just 23 years old. Tommy Malone 25. Tyson Ross 25. So there's your youngsters.
That's a semi pitch out.
Something in the middle.
Exactly. Kurt Suzuki went out. The pitch was high, but looked like Zook stepped out for a pitch out. And the pitch was high out of the strike zone, but looked like it had some of the plate. Zook went out to talk to him, and it was just kind of an interesting. Maybe they thought something was going to be on with Callejon, decent speed, and Bobby Wilson, good bat control.
So 2-1 to Wilson. Little flare to right, and that's going to drop. Callaspo will stop at second base, so Wilson bloops one into right field. That's the first hit for the Angels. So 2 on, 1 out, and it's back to the top of the order and Mike Trout.
Well, absolutely nothing to do about this from defense standpoint. Jamal Wiggs could not get to it. Reddick playing relatively shallow, couldn't get to it, and I guess the biggest surprise is why Callaspo just at second. That's where you know where the infielders, outfielders are as a base runner, and be able to know the ball is going to drop and head to third base, which the Angels do so well anyway, first to third.
Trout bounced out to Donaldson in the first. Close play. Pitch there on the corner. Trout is 1 for 9 in the series. And that one hit was that Bloop double in game 1. It bounced off of Weeks and Barton and scored a run. This one's popped up, shallow center. Crisp coming in, Reddick coming in, and it's going to be Coco with a basket catch with Reddick right there.
Too many close plays and close collisions, and granted the ball's in the air, but somebody has to take charge. You see it on the infield, this one in the outfield, and usually the center fielder is the one taking charge, and it's almost a given that he's going to be the one catching it. And Josh Reddick coming quickly in from right field. And that's too close. And fortunately, just 1 out because runners were not going to be moving. And that's the scary part. If you see the runners off and running on 2 outs when a play like that occurs. Center fielder. And they are both conversing, but with a Mays catch, that's really a basket catch. You could do it.
Back-to-back changeups. Izturis swings and misses at both of them. So it's 0-2.
Yes, throwing it up. Bouncing. Same delivery. Izturis has to be thinking there's no way he's going to throw 3.
But he may. And he did, and that one drops low. Izturis hit a fly ball to center field in the first inning. One for 6 in the series. Did not play on Monday night. Played last night and in there again today. Shoots that one to left field, and that's going to drop for a hit in front of Smith. Here comes Callaspo. The throw is high over Suzuki's head. So as Izturis comes through, and the Angels lead 1-0.
Too much of a short hop for Smith to try to catch the ball, and it actually interrupted his rhythm in trying to throw the runner out at the plate. That's where he got caught up, and then when he threw it, just air-mailed everybody. Actually, if he catches a ball in a decent hop, probably has a pretty good chance to throw out Callaspo, considering he's playing as shallow as he was. Or maybe too shallow and got caught in between with the hops.
So Izturis gets his 5th RBI, and now Pujols steps in. Fastball down and away.
Lead off walk.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
And Wilson just a bloop single. So Wilson now at second, Izturis at first. That one close, a bit outside. 2-0 to Pujols.
Pitch down in the windup in the first inning to Pujols, throwing 3 curveballs and flailing at all 3, especially the 0-2.
in the dirt, 3-0. So Pujols 2 for 9 in the series. Kendrys Morales waiting in the on-deck circle. There are 2 outs. Pujols takes a strike, and just the way he kind of took the pitch, it looked like he may have been thinking about swinging on 3-0. Wasn't where he wanted it.
And I think he thought it was low, as it looked like he might have started first, decided to stop as Ron Culper made the call. He expected him to be swinging 3-0.
And he swings at a pitch that was over his head, so now it's 3-2.
Between the 0-2 curveball and this swing, Albert Pujols in 11 seasons never done that. Committed and put the ball out of the strike zone.
He bounces that one toward Donaldson, and Donaldson across to first in time. So a run on 2 hits and a walk. Bottom of the 3rd coming up. The Angels 1, the Athletics nothing.
Adoption Day at the Coliseum. 10,000 fans will receive an A's pet counter. It's courtesy of Central Garden and Pet when the A's play the New York Yankees. Mark off the days with your favorite A's players. For tickets, call 877-493-BALL or go to oaklandathletics.com/tickets.
Angels with a 1-0 lead. Pennington, Weeks, and Crisp against Weaver. First pitch curveball for a strike. Pennington hitting .223 with a homer and 8 RBIs. Jared Weaver today is trying to become the first 7-game winner in Major League Baseball. James Shields also trying to do the same thing, but Shields pitching for the Rays. The Rays and the Blue Jays are tied 4-4 in the bottom of the 9th inning. A couple guys pitching tonight in the National League. Cole Hamels, Lance Lynn. They'll be looking for their 7th as well. Weaver with a chance to be the first 7-game winner.
Tommy Malone picked up his 6th win against the Angels Monday, so he's pitching well. So it's good to see some of the pitchers around the league get off to good starts. Others seem to be struggling, which sometimes is surprising.
that Rays-Jays game. The Rays are trying to win it in the bottom of the ninth. Full count to Pennington. And this one's popped up foul territory. Callaspo is going to watch it head into the seats.
Yeah, 3-2 count, and first 3-2 pitch was a fastball. Weaver has a good enough fastball that he can change speeds, and you'd think as a hitter you got to get something of a fastball variety, just a matter of what the velocity is going to be. I don't know that he'd want to think about throwing an off-speed pitch and missing it and walking the leadoff batter after his club has scored a run. But that's the ability to throw different pitches, different counts, and especially to change the velocity of the pitches.
Another foul ball by Pennington. Stays alive. So ninth pitch of the at-bat coming up. Weaver to Pennington, and here it is. Swing and a miss. He threw him a changeup on 3-2 on the inner half, and Pennington strikes out. Here's our Subway Eat Fresh Ask Glenn and Ray question. Log on to csncalifornia.com to post your question. Sharon from Oakland asks, since base runners always go on 3-2 two-out counts, why don't pitchers throw to the base to get the out? So my guess, maybe she means try to pick them off.
Huh.
All right, not a bad question. Most of the time, if it's 3-2 two-out, runner at first, the first baseman won't be holding that runner on anymore. Will be playing back. So if first baseman did come over there, then the runner probably wouldn't take off till he knew for sure that the pitch was coming home.
And there are times that happens if you want to try to prevent the runner from getting a good jump and maybe scoring on a base hit. They will hold the runner. Or if it's a right-handed hitter, predominantly a pull hitter, then less likely to hit the ball to the right side. You might be able to hold him on, but it's not often that you pick a runner off. Usually in a 3-2 count, he's not running to steal a base.
Jamal Weeks has a base hit. Sounded like a broken bat single.
Towards the end of the bat, and he'll take it. And Kendrick was not able to get to the ball.
So Weeks has a hit. His first hit in this series. He was not in the lineup last night. Pickoffs since 2008. He's in the White Sox.
Well, Dallas Braden still with the Athletics. Mark Brody now with the Miami club, so he was with the White Sox all those years.
So Miami will start inching up.
Yeah, right. But Dallas Braden, one of the rare pitchers, I think, in the game today that controls his own running game. And we look forward to seeing Dallas Braden back on the mound.
Weeks with 10 steals, thrown out 3 times. Speaking of the Marlins, they're the only team in baseball that has more stolen bases than he is. Weeks leaning a little bit, not running, and the ball's bounced toward Pujols. Spins to second for 1, back to first, not in time. Coco beat out the relay throw. So 2 outs. Crisp is now at first.
Perfectly hit, and Pujols, he can play some first base, but fortunately Coco Crisp on the disabled list with an inner ear infection and not affect his speed. And Jamal Weeks had to get out of the way and able to restore the shortstop to follow through with a pretty good throw to first base, but there's the good speed of Coco Crisp.
So here's Seth Smith. You know, smart play by Pujols there, Ray. Coco dancing around, but he knows that the chance of turning the double play on Coco Crisp is pretty slim. So watch how he clears to make sure he's got a good angle throwing to second. See, he steps into the grass. This makes the throw a little bit easier. A lot of times you'll see that runner run inside the baseline to try to make the throw even more difficult. Coco, 27 consecutive successful steals. Not running. The ball's popped up. Foul territory. Callaspo again a long run. He may have a play on this one, and he reaches over the tarp, and he caught it. So Callaspo, a nice play right on the tarp. Side retired. Leading 1-0. They got that run with a 2-out RBI hit from Mycerius Torres. So the first pitch to Kendrys Morales is a bit high. Rangers and the Mariners are underway up in Seattle. Mariners with an early 1-0 lead in the third inning. Feldman and Millwood are the two pitchers in that game. That's the rubber game of that 3-game series. Coco Crisp coming in center field. He's got it for out number 1. Here's our trivia question, which is brought to you by AT&T. Since 1961, that was the Angels' first season. Which major league team has thrown the most no-hitters?
Maybe the Angels because of Nolan Ryan.
Could be. Well, they had one last year, Santana. They've had one this year, Weaver.
Just trying to think. Let's see. Nolan had just a couple with the Rangers, but
okay.
He was dominant with the Angels for sure.
Donaldson across, Trumbo's out. Well, Mike Witt, he had a no-hitter.
There's Burley himself, perfect game and a no-hitter with the White Sox. Humber, the perfect game. John Blue Moon Odom and there's another pitcher combined for no-hitter. That's a
well, the couple teams that have never had a no-hitter. The Padres have never had a no-hitter, and the Mets have never had a no-hitter.
So the A's catfished in '68 with a perfect game. And Mike Warren.
Good call. Coco on the move. toward right center. He's got it. 3 up, 3 down inning for Jared Parker. We're headed to the bottom of the 4th. Smith, Gomes, and Kaiahue to hit. 1-0 Angels. California is brought to you by Cache Creek Casino Resort. Swing away for big league cash only at Cache Creek. Visit cachecreek.com for details. Bottom of the 4th inning, 1-0. The Angels lead the A's. Well, the mustache is in the house. Trying to bring the A's some.
This gentleman's having a little business luncheon.
Sure.
Got his coat and tie on. He said, I want to go out for a long lunch hour today and sneak over to the yard.
So they ask how long? Well, then you say 9 innings worth.
See Antonio Larissa on Monday night and reminded of his great seasons, the late 80s when the A's were having the business person specials in the afternoon, 12:30, 1 o'clock games, and drawing 35, 40,000 people. Kind of like the crowd today, good crowd, but boy, those were some great crowds. Watching the A's went almost every time they took the field.
0-1 to Seth Smith. Smith, Gomes, and Kaiahue. There's that changeup. He's got a good one. I think Weaver's a perfect example of a guy who's got 3 good pitches and he will throw them at any point in the count. And he goes upstairs with a fastball and gets his 4th strikeout. So that's out number 1. All right, here's our AT&T trivia answer. Since 1961, that was the Angels' first season. Which major league team has thrown the most no-hitters? I think it could be the Angels, and it is. Tied with the Astros and the Dodgers. Red Sox with 9, White Sox with 9. So the Dodgers on the list.
Nola probably had half of those himself. He had 7. 4 with the Angels. Thank you, Larry.
Well, of course, the Dodgers have Koufax.
He had a handful himself of those. I'm just trying to think. Nola pitched around Houston. He's played for the Astros, the Angels, the Mets. Mike Scott.
Mike Scott's got a no-hitter. Gomes gets jammed, pops it up.
But only 21 perfectos. Dallas Braden, the 19th. Roy Halladay and Philip Umber since him. Catfish in Oakland, 1968. First year of the A's in Oakland. The catfish hunter with a perfect game.
That one has Wilson reaching up to keep it from going to the backstop. That got a no-hitter. Caught by partner Ray Fosse.
About 394 saves. In addition to the no-hitter and 100+ wins. That is rare. That's why he's in the Hall of Fame.
He's here today.
Yes, he is. From Fremont, so I guess he just got Bart, brought his, got out for the Bart exit here.
Gomes takes a touch outside, and he's got a 1-out walk. So Gomes has been on base twice.
And Johnny's been called out on some close pitches in his short time with the Athletics, and so it's nice to see him hit to first base and get to continue. And it was outside. And look where Bobby Wilson, that is saying to your pitcher, he got tremendous control. He's splitting the outside part of the plate, almost setting up in the right-handed batter's box or left-handed batter's box. So a good take by Johnny Gomes.
That one a strike down around the knees to Kila Kaiahue. Kaiahue reached on a fielder's choice in the second inning. There's a strike call, and it's 1-2.
Well, anything close, and look where Bobby Wilson set up. That could almost get, he may get some catcher's interference before this game is over. That's unbelievably close. He's close, and plus he's reaching for the ball. All it takes for the hitter to swing a little bit late. He hit his catcher's mitt.
See Wilson setting up for the high fastball. So the count is even with Kurt Suzuki waiting in the on-deck circle. Reached for it, foul back. So there's the changeup. So you go up high with a fastball and then try to drop a changeup down below the knees.
I always think pitchers that can pitch up in the zone intentionally, that's something that's special, because you're just geared to pitch everything down in the zone, and you have to elevate. You try to elevate, and you're able to do it. That's good pitching.
This one's popped up. Coming in is Calhoun, and he's got it, and that's out number 2. All right, Ray, you want to know who threw no-hitters for the Angels? You ready? Bo Belinsky.
Yeah.
All right.
Bill Wrigley was his manager. Exactly.
Clyde Wright. All right.
Yeah.
Then Nolan Ryan. Nolan Ryan again. Nolan Ryan again. Nolan Ryan again. Mike Witt. And then Mark Langston, Mike Witt. Irvin Santana, Jared Weaver. There you go. So Bo Belinsky got it started in 1962.
Bill Wrigley still trying to chase him around and find out between Bo Belinsky and Dean Chance.
They enjoyed life? Is that what you're trying to say?
And to the point that Bill Wrigley just finally said, do what you want to do.
Well, you're in Los Angeles.
That's right.
Too many actors and actresses for ball players back then. Good breaking ball there. It's 1-1. Rays and the Blue Jays are into extra innings. It's 4-4, bottom of the 10th. This one's hit high. Foul territory and into the seats.
Three-run home run here. Kurt Suzuki was healthy, I think, a little bit healthier in that swing, as it showed with a three-run home run. Jared Weaver has since let his hair go much longer.
A little bit. Maybe he hasn't got it cut since then.
A lot longer.
Gomes with a decent lead at first, and Kirk takes outside 2-2.
Just remember when Jeff Weaver was with the Angels at Zion, and Jared Weaver, his brother, younger brother, pitching better and more tough decision, and they finally brought up Jared because he was pitching so well at the minor leagues. He's been here ever since. That's the brother effect. He did not want to take the job if it meant he was going to be his older brother.
Well, Jeff was a good pitcher, but he was as good as Jared. And Jared just 29 years old, so he's got some good years ahead of him.
Jeff Weaver and Tim Hudson had some battles. They went head to head when Jeff was with the Tigers.
Kurt, another foul. Well, the Angels are hoping that he's good for 5 more years. That was the deal that they signed him to.
And that was a bargain. That was a serious hometown discount, and not surprising that Jared Weaver took it because he grew up in the area, signed by the Angels, and would not want to go to any place else.
So that deal, Weaver's contract runs through 2016. So this is the first year of that 5-year deal.
Plus, if you look at any other pitcher signing with the Angels, you have to figure it's going to have to take less than Jared Weaver, and that's what C.J. Wilson did.
That's a good call.
Because Jared Weaver is their ace, and I would not think that any pitcher coming in as a free agent can expect to get more than what the ace is making. That's definitely what the Angels should be thinking about.
Outside, 3-2. Weaver has a terrific career record of 88 and 48. And right up there with the big boys since 2009. So the last 4 years, including this year, 53 wins.
Well, here's our question. 3-2. Albert Pujols playing off the bag at first, letting Johnny Gomes get a good lead, but he's also, Albert is taking up some of the space between first and second.
And Kurt hits a high fly ball toward Trout. Through the sunshine, he's got it. Side retired. A runner left, and we're headed to the 5th inning. It's 1-0. The Angels lead.
telecast is presented by authority of the Oakland Athletics and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Athletics Investment Group, LLC.
Well, it's always a good day when Chef Rodney arrives, and he has arrived. This is what he brought us.
Specialty fries.
Oh, yeah.
Like the hot dogs. They say, just like the umpires, they change hot dogs every series. That's a nice comparison.
I'm a very happy man.
You like the dogs, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Coco's coming in. He's got it. So we got French fries from the French fry stand. Sections 106, 115, and 128 here at the ballpark. I take that, I correct that. The French fry stand is 117. But we also got pork nachos.
Coming attraction, San Francisco Giants. How about that?
All right.
What was that, 2 foot long in Texas?
This one's a foot long. Grilled foot long hot dog, but on top, how about this? Macaroni and cheese and pickled jalapenos.
2 foot long for $26 in Texas. Let's talk to Chef about
We're not in Texas, baby. We're at the Coliseum. Calhoun has his first major league hit. He lines one towards Smith in left field. Calhoun's going to try for 2, and he's going to make it with a head first slide. He's fast. He just showed it. So Cole Calhoun's first major league hit is a double to left field. So congratulations to Cole Calhoun.
Well, he watched his Taurus and left the ball up. Did Parker a good job by Seth Smith sliding, getting to the ball, but the speed of Calhoun. He's a pretty good football player too. Just looking at his neck. He can fly. Went over to shake hands with Alfredo Griffin on his way to second. That's a wide turn, folks. But got in easily.
He's got a little Mike Trout in him.
Yes, he does. Well, they've got some speed in the organization.
So here's Bobby Wilson. So we want to thank Chef Rodney for bringing it up. Pork nachos, great looking French fries, the Oakland A's football hot dog, and then they have a different kind of hot dog for each homestand. They change things up a little bit, but boy, the grilled footlong hot dog looks terrific.
Marty thinks so. He's already eating.
Got some pork nachos over there. Wow. It'll be just a matter of time before a lot of non-working home television people start coming in our booth. Maybe we should shut that door. You'd be amazed at how people just come by just to say, hey, how you guys doing?
And I could
oh, you got food.
I knew there was a different smell in here when the food started arriving. It is good looking. Almost don't even want to try to eat any of the food. It's so good.
No, the game's going on. Oh, sorry. We're easily distracted when food comes in the group.
So they just wanted to show the Comcast Sportsnet California side. That's good.
Guys in the truck have to keep an eye on us at all times. Runs inside to Bobby Wilson. What are they doing, Ray?
Well, that's called authentication. Let's see who that is that's authenticating it. That is not Dominic, who's usually there. Bubba Harkins is the visiting equipment manager, clubhouse manager, is with the club on this trip. And he got the baseball, gave it to the Major League Baseball authenticator. In every stadium, every game, there's an MLB authenticator. And he just authenticated the baseball, and he took the number, put it on the computer, and forever Mr. Calhoun can go online and see that that is the official baseball of his first major league hit.
So every game, every stadium.
Oh yes.
There's one there.
Oh. Dominic was here from Dallas Braden's perfect game, and he was busy for hours following that game because it was Mother's Day and all the pink bats were authenticated, and a lot of different items that you can well imagine on the perfect game. Authenticating everything.
Kaihue is under it, and he's got it. So Wilson is retired for the second half. So an important job, right?
Now, did Laird just ask about when they started? I have to ask Boos. I know he's always involved in that. The A's home clubhouse manager. Has been there since '68, Steve Vucinich. But I want to say the last 5 or 6 years, it seems like that the authentication process has, and maybe longer, but I know that again, Dominic, who we see around the stadium a lot, he's one of them, and of course the gentleman we just saw authenticating that baseball. But it's something that is important, and you get guys getting their first major league hit, or you get bats or pitchers. In the case of a lot of times they'll get the lineup cards, sign them for the first game, first win, some things like that. It's just a matter of authenticating, making sure that it is officially that particular item. And when a baseball goes in the stands, you really can't be assured that that is a home run ball. It could be somebody else with a baseball that says they have it. So unless it's has a hologram on it, which Bonds is breaking the record, and different players are close to breaking records of reaching.
It's a good question, though. I don't remember when you first started seeing it.
If you're listening, give us a call. You can tell us.
He will, too.
Let us know.
But do you remember seeing it with McGwire?
No.
I know they were doing it with Bonds, but I don't know that I remember so much with McGwire. No, we weren't seeing every
you're
game.
talking about in '98 when he
exactly.
I think they were then, yes, because that was he was breaking Roger Maris's record at the time.
But now it's commonplace. One and two to Trout with Calhoun at second base. Rolls that one past Alfredo Griffin down toward the Angels bullpen.
Valera reminds us when Hideki Matsui last year hit his combined 500th home run at Tiger Stadium, or at Comerica Park, against the Tigers. That ball went in the stands, and Ty Waller was trying to negotiate. But once that ball was in the hands of the young man who had it, he really had no proof that that was Hideki's 500th home run. It's just a Major League Baseball that's rubbed up and game used.
Kaihue, see if he's got a play, and he will not. Drops foul.
And I think it has to be the reason that they started the authentication process is so that there were not people out there saying they have items that were, say, a first home run or first whatever. And if it's authenticated, it's official. It's in the computer. You can go online and see exactly what the item is. The authentication.
Trout swings and misses. Suzuki will get the out at first, and the Angels strand Calhoun at second base. Bottom of the fifth coming up. 1-0 Angels.
Sounds of TV show theme songs and presented by Xfinity begins after the A's play the Yankees here at the Coliseum. Bring the family and your picnic blankets and enjoy the show from the outfield grass. On-field capacity is limited. For tickets and information, go to OaklandAthletics.com.
Bottom of the fifth. He's looking for a run. They have now gone 18 consecutive innings without scoring a run, so that needs to change against Weaver.
Not a good pitcher when you're trying to break a stream, because of a guy who pitches as well, and the one run that he has, he's not going to be willing to give it back up. So the A's have to try to do something to manufacture. 1 hit last night, 2 hits today.
This one hit high towards center field. Trout fighting that sun a little bit, and he hangs in there and makes the catch.
And boy, you can be frustrated if you hit a fly ball, but on a sunny day like today, you have to run hard, because it is tough to find the ball, and Trout had a little problem in center field. Did talk to Steve Vucinich, and he confirmed, but a couple of guys sitting back in diamond level. John Blue Moon Odom, he's in for the golf tournament. Campy Campaneris back here, Blue Moon here. So they're watching the baseball game, and yes, they did play a lot of day games here with the sunshine. Campy also stole a lot of bases, and Blue Moon, the hardest sinking fastball, heaviest baseball ever tried to catch.
Your hand still hurt?
Oh yeah. And he's, first thing today, he's in the clubhouse. He said, "You walked right by me." I said, "I didn't see him. I got to get upstairs and go to work." And he said, "I'm in town to repeat. We've won it 3 years in a row, or 2 years in a row, the golf tournament." So he says, "My group is going to win it again."
So he was
he's
dropping the gauntlet right then.
He brings in he's a good golfer himself, but he brings in a group. They have a nice group that they play with. I'm with Keith Simmons and Bobby Jones. I'll take my chances. But anyway, talked to Steve Vucinich, called between innings, and he said the Major League Baseball authentication program started about 10 years ago. So it's been 10 that they've been doing. But actually, and not surprising to hear this, that when the A's were having their fan fest, late 80s, 90s, Steve Vucinich himself authenticated uniforms, bats, things that they were selling at the fan fest that people could buy of the uniforms. So if a person bought a uniform, say of Mark McGwire, Steve Vucinich would stamp, give a piece of paper authenticating that uniform with his signature stamped on it, so at least that person knew that uniform was the actual one worn by a particular player. So Vu started it, MLB, for the last 10 years.
Popped up. Estúriz, the shortstop, and now Kendra coming together, and it's going to be Estúriz who makes the catch. So Vus did that. He's justice of the peace, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Vus, he's the godfather.
Second baseman.
There's the authenticator right here, and I've seen him, but unfortunately I do not know his name. Dominic, I do know for sure. Dominic, I think, is working. Is it a job?
I see Dominic.
OPD.
See him at the coffee shop once in a while. Yeah. Sits down, wants to talk baseball.
And his OPD uniform?
No, casual when I saw him.
He's a good guy and a big guy.
First pitch strike, 2 weeks.
But I will say this, and watching Dominic work and seeing and talking, that they are at the games. They actually physically have to be out on the field to watch.
Sure.
Calhoun's baseball, he was down there watching the game and knew that that was the baseball that was thrown in. Bubba Harkins got it, gave it to him, and he authenticated it. But they have to be watching. They're just not here as fans and walking around and eating hot dogs like you are. I mean,
yeah, just staring at it. I can see the A's get a couple runs, and then
is that macaroni and cheese on that?
Macaroni and cheese on top of the hot dog.
Wow. It does look good.
And it is good.
What you'd like to see is a couple of runs and a pitching change, so you have some extra time.
2-2 to Weeks, who has struck out and singled, and he calls timeout. A's with 2 hits in the game. The weak single in the third. Gomes had a single in the second. And that one's popped up on the infield again. Pujols coming down the line. He's under it, and that will do it. 3 up, 3 down inning. So Weaver cruising along, and we're headed to the 6th inning. 1-0 Angels. Here's our Ford right choice. We're keeping an eye on Manny Ramirez. Last night at Round Rock, he was 1 for 2. He will play again tonight. It will be the River Cats will be at Round Rock. It's a 5:05 start. Do not know if Manny's in the lineup tonight, but if we hear anything before we go off the air, trying to get a hold of our old friend Johnny Dasco to see if Johnny's got the lineup. So that's the Manny Ramirez watch. Will he be in an Athletics uniform in 1 week? We'll find out. May 30th is the day he is eligible to come back. Is Torres, Pujols, and Morales here in the top of the 6th.
As Torres in his last at bat, RBI single, fastball to left field, and just thinking about the 3 changeups that Jared Parker threw, 2 they swung at, took the 3rd one for a ball. Sometimes a hitter, if he knows the pitcher has a good changeup, might wait a little bit longer, especially with 2 strikes. And as Torres might have done that in the fastball to left field. This time with a changeup, no chance.
Strikeout number 5 for Jared Parker. So he is pitching extremely well.
Changeup with a little 2-seam action starting inside.
Albert Pujols.
So far, Jared Parker doing his job, gave up a run, but that has been it. So he knows if he can keep the A's trailing by just 1, at least they have a better chance against a very good pitching from Jared Weaver.
So 0-1 to Albert Pujols. Breaking ball 0-2. Parker's made some good pitches to Albert Pujols. Nice crowd today, 23,617.
It's a combination Gaylord Perry and Raleigh Fingers. Can you show that guy again?
I was just thinking the same thing.
Yeah, it looked like
that's Gaylord Fingers right there.
That's exactly right.
That's Gaylord Fingers. All right.
Both in the Hall of Fame. Only Gaylord did not need a closer. He closed his own games.
Pujols shoots on the right field, and that's a base hit. So he waited, and that jammed a little bit. Doesn't matter. He's very strong.
Well, last night Albert Pujols hit his 4th home run. It was a no-doubter against Graham Godfrey. Hit a towering fly ball in his first at bat for a sac fly.
So that's hit number 4. Comes with 1 out here in the top of the 6th. The number of Kendrys Morales. First pitch in for a strike. The Rays have won in extra innings over the Blue Jays. DJ Upton with game-winning hit. There's a line drive over the head of Pennington. Pujols to second, and he's going to try for third. And the throw is in time, and they got him. Pujols is going to argue with Bill Miller. But Pujols saw Coco Crisp throw it to the cutoff man, and he took off. But the A's get him off the bases.
Well, Cliff Pennington has done such a great job with Coco playing in center field. Does not have a particularly strong arm, but he knows he needs to be the cutoff man, so he goes out. He's asking for the ball. And what a strong throw. As I don't know that Donaldson even tagged Pujols. We'll check it here, but Pennington just unloaded a perfect strike, and the tag enough for Bill Miller that he got him. Yes, he got him definitely in the right foot. Looked like a little bit of a phantom tag on one angle, but that angle showed that he did get his right foot, and a great play by Pennington. Picked up the ball and threw it just like a double play. And there's a good shot and got the tag, and Albert didn't think so, but probably did not feel the tag on his foot.
So 2 outs for Trumbo. And a fastball for a strike. 1-1 the count. That was pitch number 82 for Parker.
Well, that's a huge play, especially to be able to get Pujols at third, because it takes away a first and third 1 out. Now runner at first and 2 outs.
And you understand what Pujols is trying to do. It's not really a bad play. You force the A's to execute, and they did execute. Pennington has the great arm, and he made a good throw. Trumbo is 0 for 2 in the ball game today. 2 for 11 in the series. Dribbled foul on the changeup.
Well, this series the A's have really pitched Trumbo great. Tommy Malone started on Monday night. I'm trying to get the series win against the Angels this afternoon, but Kurt Suzuki really mixing the pitches well against Trumbo and showing a little bit of frustration. He's got a couple more bats, including this one.
Swing and a miss. Nasty pitch there by Parker. He gets his 6th strikeout, a couple of them in the 6th inning. So we're headed to the bottom of the 6th. 1-0 Angels. Back to the Coors Light 6th inning. It's time for the Coors Light Freeze Cam. Coors Light Freeze Cam is brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. We know that guy, Doug Wilson, general manager of the San Jose Sharks. So it's good to see Doug. So, one of the guys from the media relations department from the Sharks. You ever met Doug Wilson?
No, I have not.
Maybe the nicest guy you'll ever meet.
Is he in diamond level, or is he just in regular seats?
He's a good man. Ryan Sten, Tom Holy, media relations department. Scott Emmert was here earlier. He's also with the Sharks, so they're taking the afternoon off, enjoying the Sharks game. He's a good man, Doug Wilson. Just got to figure out a way to get a Stanley Cup to San Jose. Sharks keep coming up a little bit short. 1-2 to Coco Crisp, leading things off here in the bottom of the 6th. The A's need base runners.
You think about the great sport of hockey and the Sharks, and they get to play where it's cold and icy, and get to come out and sit at the Coliseum on a beautiful Wednesday afternoon and watch a baseball game.
Probably feels pretty good.
Absolutely. I think we were talking about Staples Center, where they play the Clippers, the Lakers, and the Kings. And they're taking that same arena and changing it back and forth between hardwood and ice.
And the Kings are going to the finals. Coco hits it hard. Nice play by Kendrick. Throw to first, 1 out. So Howie Kendrick, ranging to his left, makes a nice play.
A very nice play into the outfield grass, the nice angle, and once he caught it, popped up quickly. And no doubt, Howie Kendrick, like all the infielders, enjoyed playing on this field because it's one of the best playing surfaces, at least in the American League, we know for sure.
First pitch to Reddick, strike at the knees. The last time the A's scored a run was the 3rd inning of Monday night's game here at the Coliseum. And Brian, our very fine stat man, handed us a note. They have not had a runner in scoring position since the 8th inning of Monday's game.
Right.
So there's your offensive struggles right now for the Athletics. And you have to give some of the credit to Angels pitchers as well. Last night you faced a very good one in C.J. Wilson. Today a very good one in Jared Weaver. And Parker's certainly holding his own. It's only a 1-0 game. And Wilson got the win last night with 8 shutout innings. His 5th win of the year. So 2-2 the count to Reddick, who has walked and fouled out. Fastball is high. So the batting average just .213 for the A's. And they have scored the fewest runs in the American League. And this one's hit high to right field, but playable for Calhoun. He drifts back and he makes the catch for out number 2. So Reddick didn't miss it by much.
They got a change up at 84 and got under it, and again, that's Jared Weaver, but Bob Melvin trying to rattle the bats a little bit, get some hits in them, and standing down at the end of the dugout next to Bartolo Colon, who's not telling the skipper, give me a bat, because he doesn't want to hit. No. Colon can just pitch, which that's all the skipper wants him to do.
Here's Seth Smith. First pitch, inside corner, right at the knees.
One thing the A's have done, they are good at doing it. They've got the pitch count up. It was a 97 thrown at Jared Weaver.
That one's hit to center field. That's hit pretty well. Trout going back, and that baby is gone. Seth Smith has tied it here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Well, it's not Hyundai Sunday, but we'll take it on Wednesday, where Seth Smith got an 80-mile-an-hour changeup, and Bob Melvin rattled the bats, and Seth Smith timed the changeup perfectly to straightaway center field. The leg kick, get the foot down and unload on a beautiful Wednesday afternoon at the Coliseum to tie the game. Listen, sounded great. The result was even better as you watch a center fielder turn his back and stop running, especially with the speed of Trout. You're saying something.
Gomes skies one to left. He looks like he got under it. Trumbo now coming in. He's got it side, retired. Seth Smith ties the game with his 4th home run of the year. So 7th inning coming up. It's a 1-1 game. Reverse replay was on this date in 2009. Jason Giambi with the A's hits his 400th career home run. He does it off Diamondback Dan Herron, and it happened right here at the Coliseum. Major milestone for Jason Giambi. Career home run number 400 on this date in 2009. So we got a new ball game. It's 1-1, and it's the top of the 7th inning. Thanks to that man, Seth Smith, with a long home run to right center field.
Not just everybody hits a changeup for a home run. I mean, you have to be sitting on it, and not that Seth Smith could realize a pattern formed by Jared Weaver, but to sit on a changeup and hit it as hard as he did, that's providing your own power to do it. He dropped down several miles per hour to be able to do it.
Hendrick on 3 pitches strikes out. 7 strikeouts now for Parker.
Oh, good to see in the 7th inning.
Now,
Pitch number, what, 80? 88 to throw at 94 miles per hour.
So here's Alberto Callaspo. Callaspo takes the first pitch just a bit low. Walk and a run scored for Callaspo in the 3rd inning, and then a fly ball to center field in the 5th. 2-0. That was pitch number 90 for Parker. Outfield shifted toward left center for Callaspo, and now 3-0. And very shallow. Smith and Crisp very shallow in left and center. Cole Calhoun waits in the on-deck circle. Aspo fouls it straight back. So we got confirmation from our good friend Johnny Dasco that Manny Ramirez is indeed in the lineup for Sacramento. They're at Round Rock, Texas tonight. So we thank Johnny for that. 3-2 pitch, changeup, swing and a miss.
What a great pitch, great changeup, and of course it's a matter of a catcher calling it and a pitcher having the confidence to throw it, and he does it perfectly. So from 3-0 to 3-2, and he pulled the string with a great changeup on Calespo, who no doubt, rightfully so, sitting on a fastball. So Ryan Cook starts to get up and get loose as Jared Parker at 94 pitches and trying to get through this 7th inning.
And there's a line shot. Kayahue reaches up, grabs it, side retired. 3 up, 3 down inning with a couple of strikeouts. 7th inning stretch coming up. It's a 1-1 game. At 6 p.m. It's on our sister station, Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. Lots of highlights. Manny Ramirez, what's he doing? And Jim Harbaugh. Talk with him. Nicky Bach and Damon Andrews will host. Well, Ray, want to say hello to 3rd graders from St. Isidore's School in Danville.
Would that be Jack?
That's good. Now, Jack's in 1st grade, but some of the great teachers taking the 3rd graders out today. They're enjoying the ball game out in section 105 and 106, so they're having a good time. Sounds like field trip day to me. What a great field trip covering the ball game. So the 3rd graders from St. Isidore's enjoying the game today. That one's drilled toward left center field, but Trumbo was playing over that way. And on one pitch, Keila Kayahue is retired.
Well, that was pitch number 100 for Jared Weaver in the 7th inning, and Ryan Cook looks like he's going to heat up and take over the 8th inning for Jared Parker, who finished. It was a brilliant day, no doubt. At least at this point, it seems like, because what Melvin Kurt Young like to do, especially with Ryan Cook, if he gets up, he usually comes in.
So here's Kurt Suzuki trying to get something going. Kurt is 0 for 2. Breaking ball, misses outside. Red Sox won today in Baltimore 6-5. So Boston takes 2 out of 3 from the 1st place Orioles. That one cued on the ground toward Kendrick, and that's out number 2. See the new alignment for the Red Sox. Adrian Gonzalez is playing right field. Kevin Youkilis is playing 1st base, and they kept the youngster Will Middlebrooks at 3rd.
Well, not surprising, because Gonzalez agreed to do it. I actually went to Bobby Valentine and said, I'll play in the outfield. And, of course, one of the thoughts was for the interleague play so Big Papi could play first base.
And that's what happened over the weekend.
Right. But Gonzalez, good athlete, and willing to do it to help the club.
Well, Middlebrooks has been very good. We saw him when he just got called up, but he's been so good that they want to leave him at third. Euclid plays a good first base. So Adrian Gonzalez, give him some credit there.
Luke is at Gold Glove first baseman, so that's not surprising.
Center field and deep. Trout going back. He's near the wall. He leaps and he makes the catch. Crashes into the wall, bounces right back up. And that's how the bottom of the 7th comes to an end. So Donaldson put a charge into it, but Trout hung with it, made a nice catch, and hung onto the ball.
Oh, he wasn't even thinking about the wall until he banged into it. What a play.
One game, top of the 8th inning. Rubber game of the series. So the Angels' first visit to Oakland this year. And it's been a good ball game so far. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. Ryan Cook comes in. So Cook takes over after 7 very strong innings from Jared Parker. Unfortunately, Parker's going to leave with a no decision. He pitched well. So Cook to face Bobby Wilson. Wilson a single and a foul out. He'll be followed by Trout, and then is Turris. Fastball up and in.
Hester, the backup catcher, was down in the bullpen throwing with Wilson leading off. So if Wilson gets on, it'd be a pinch runner, and more likely Hester would, or at least they would pinch run for Wilson if he gets on. Ryan Cook trying to prevent that from happening the way he's been pitching for the A's.
Mariners leading the Rangers 5-0 in the top of the 6th inning. Alex Liddy hit a grand slam for Seattle. Game now headed to the bottom of the 6th. It's a rubber game of that 3-game series. Wilson takes a big rip at that 95-mile-an-hour fastball, and the count is 2-2. All the other games are night games in the American League. Royals at the Yankees, Tigers at Cleveland, and Minnesota at the White Sox. Slider, Wilson checks, and he went around, says DJ Rayburn.
Well, the hard slider, of course, in mid-90s fastball. I don't think Mike Scioscia liked the call. He's got a pretty good angle to watch Bobby Wilson, his catcher, swing. And I'd say that's kind of in between. Go either way. Unfortunately for the A's, it went their way. Always look at the head of the bat and see how far it goes forward. Jared Parker walked one batter in the game. Kai Espel.
And what happened to him?
He scored. He scored. He walked 4 against the Giants and 3 scored. So I think the best solution for Jared Parker, don't walk back.
That's why you're a great analyst, right there.
Well, unfortunately, leadoff walks a lot of times will score, and that's what happened today.
2-0 the count to Trout with his Torres in the on-deck circle. Trout toward right field. Reddick now comes in. He makes the catch.
Come to the Coliseum Sunday, June 17th, when the A's host the Padres, and get your very own A's Chia Pet Cocoa Crisps. See Cocoa Steel at the ballpark and watch him sprout on your windowsill. 10,000 fans will take home this unique replica item courtesy of Chevron Extra Mile. For more information and tickets, go to oaklandathletics.com/cocoa for the real item. Since you're getting a replica,
you get to have cocoa on our windowsill. As Torres with the RBI single in the third. He's also hit a fly ball to center field and struck out. Parker finished with 95 pitches.
8 strikeouts, career high in his young career, and well, that's just the beginning. And the way he pitched today and some of the pitches he made, especially probably no doubt for Kai Espel at bat in the 7th inning, started out 3-0, then finished him off with an extra changeup, 3-2. 94-mile-an-hour fastball against Kendrick, 0-2 the previous batter. So finished very strongly. With fastball in the 90s and a great changeup.
Right, he had 3 strikeouts in the first 4 innings. And he had 5 strikeouts in his last 3 innings. 3-1 to his Torres. Pujols waits in the on-deck circle. And that pitch is high. And how about this matchup with the game on the line? Cook against Pujols.
Faced him Monday and had a 2-0 fastball, threw it by.
Number 5, Albert Pujols.
So Pujols with 449 career home runs. 4 of them coming this year. First pitch, slider knocked down by Kurt Suzuki.
That's a huge save there. That's a runner at first base, but to be able to block the ball and slider in the dirt to keep the runner as Torres at first base instead of putting him at second in scoring position, because Suzuki just unbelievably getting out and being able to block the ball, got rid of his mask so he would not interfere picking up or stopping the ball with his mask.
Pujols this year against the A's is 14 for 36. Just a shade under 400. But he's hit only 141 against everybody else in there. He had the game where he had 3 infield singles, which you don't see very often. That was down in Anaheim. So 1-1 the count to Albert. Kendrys Morales is in the on-deck circle. Izturis has a very big lead at first. And he takes off, and Pujols takes inside. Suzuki's throw is just a bit late. So Izturis 8 for 8 in steal attempts this year.
Not surprised Mike Scioscia would do this. And now, of course, Bob Melvin is going to talk to Ryan Cook as the throw is a little bit high. Do you want to face Albert Pujols or start with Kendrys Morales now that first base has been vacated? And, of course, Mike Scioscia knows you put the runner in scoring position. The A's have to decide who they're going to face. And you'd think righty on righty. Kendrys Morales is a switch hitter. But from Scioscia's standpoint, again, we have seen this where he does not stand pat even with a power hitter at the plate. He knows that a single is much easier to score a runner from second than an extra base hit, especially a home run with a runner at first.
Go ahead, run at second base. Pitch to Pujols is a fastball high, 3-1.
I've also told him to pitch to him, make your pitch, see if you can get Albert to swing. Now they are going to put him on. I'll take a chance. Start fresh with Morales, who's a very good hitter.
Last year, after 43 games, 7 homers, 24 RBIs.
Now batting, number 8,
Just
Morales.
trying to get rolling, but like what you said, Ray, at this point in the season, when you're over 40 games, guys have 150, 160, 170 at bats. It takes a long hot streak to get your average up to 250, 260.
325, which is a career average.
Yep. Here's Morales. Had a base hit in the 6th inning. He's 1 for 3. He's a much better, he's a switch hitter, much better hitter this year, left-handed. He's hitting 316 left-handed, 174 right-handed.
Kelly Downs, the left-hander, getting loose. Over 100 pitches, but that doesn't matter for him because he is a workhorse.
Morales swings and misses at a fastball. Weeks out in short right field.
Well, Ryan Cook can challenge a hitter. He's got the tailing action on his fastball, but he can throw the fastball mid-90s. Average 91, 92, needs a little extra. He can rear back and get it.
Way outside, 2-1 the count, 95 miles an hour, but overthrown a little bit by Cook. So tense moments here at the Coliseum with game tied, and it's in the 8th inning. That will loop down the left field line, but foul. So 2-2 the count.
He has stayed with a fastball. Kendrys Morales. A couple of fastballs up and away. The last one is kind of served at the left field, but the one fastball threw it by him was the hard slider that he has, but uses it a little bit more against the righties. Now in shallow right field for Kendrys Morales, who does not run well.
2-2 pitch. Popped up foul, so that fastball right in on Morales. He was able to fight it off.
Good location inside, but almost like Morales opened up looking for it, but did not square it up.
So 2-2 again. And that one's hit toward left field. Smith is under it. He's got it. Side retired. So Cook walks a couple, but the Angels do not score. Bottom of the 8th coming up. Still tied at 1.
deck? No way!
Here's our game summary brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Both pitchers very good. Weaver, he's back out there, so he'll pitch into the 8th inning. And for the Athletics, the youngster Jared Parker, who's 23 years old, goes 7 innings, gives up just 1 run, 8 strikeouts for Parker. So Parker gets a no decision today. And the A's, who were trailing 1-0, a 2-out solo home run by Seth Smith, tied up this game at 1 apiece, and it has remained tied at 1 apiece. So that's your game summary brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Weaver's back out there as he faces Pennington, Weeks, and Crisp. 1-5-0 for the Angels, 1-3-0 for the Athletics. So, not a great deal of offense, really, by either team. The Angels did score 5 runs yesterday, but the majority of them came in 1 inning. So we've seen some pretty good pitching.
Games usually are close. Last several years they have been close, and today another one.
So Weaver, 104 pitches after 7 innings. Fuentes gets up. Like to take them out pitching for a save. Pennington, a strikeout and a pop out to short. The 1-2 pitch. Back to Weaver. He reaches down, can't get it. Kendrick does, throws, and they just get Pennington. Ball just got under the glove of Weaver.
Best thing that could have happened to deflect off the glove of Weaver, slowing it down so Pennington could beat it out. But it was a ground ball that Kendrick was able to handle as it got to him quickly enough. Weaver tried to field it, could not. Pennington busted it down the line. Out by a step. And I was kidding with Chef Rodney about this story. I guess banana splits.
Yeah, well,
so
they're
he
here.
Just brought them.
They've arrived. So I guess we got to try those.
Some Chef Rodney to come out on a nice Wednesday afternoon. As we're talking about the slap bunt, and third base and on the grass is Jamal Weeks. At least faked the bunt.
Jamal drives one to left field. Trumbo's back, and he's got it, and that is out number 2. Chevron pitching matchup for Friday's series opener against the Yankees. Von Nova against Tyson Ross. So Nova right-hander, Ross a right-hander.
Number 4, Coco.
So we'll wait the arrival of the Yankees. Yankee fan already here.
They'll be out in full force for sure on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Of course, first of 2 trips the Yankees will make to the Coliseum this year.
Coco on the ground. Kendrick to his left. Weaver has a 3-up, 3-down inning. So 9th inning coming up. We got a good one. It's a 1-1 ball game. California is brought to you by Roaring Camp Railroads. The further you go, the closer you get. Trains departing daily from the heart of the Santa Cruz Mountains. Beautiful day in the Bay Area. About a perfect day for day baseball. That's what we have, and it's a good one. Top of the ninth, the Angels and the A's are tied 1-1. So when it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune Up, your oil change, tune up, and smog experts. So the A's bring in their closer, Brian Fuentes, and he'll try to work his way through the ninth to get it to the bottom of the ninth tie. Trumbo, Kendrick, both right-handed hitters, and then Callaspo, a switch hitter against Fuentes. Trumbo showed a little thoughts about a bunt. That pitch was outside, 1-0. Fuentes got the save on Monday night when the A's won 2-1. That was his 4th save of the year. Trumbo reaches for the changeup, pops it up. Suzuki fighting that sun, and he hangs in there and he makes the catch.
That's why he was trying to bunt, because he knew he was going to get the changeup. But a nice play by Kurt Suzuki, and well, there's the bullpen for the Athletics.
So they're doing a good job.
Now batting, number 47.
I was thinking, as you've watched this game today, A's wearing the alternate gold jerseys, kind of maybe, of course, wanted to get a win to win the series, but a couple of former A's players from the 70s won 3 consecutive world championships, champion Blue Moon Odom, of course, Monty Moore. They get to look out and see jerseys worn, first of all, by the A's in the 70s. Still here. The A's caps on. Eating all the food down in Diamond level.
And right now, I'm feeling a little pressure because the great Monty Moore is in the broadcast booth. And this is, I mean, come on now. Monty Moore, how long did he do A's games? Play-by-play.
Forever.
Thank you. And he's behind me, and now I'm a little nervous. I don't want to make any mistakes.
Well, the best thing that happened, turned back the clock, and Monty got the huge dinger, the big bell that he kind of brought into play in the 70s, called the home runs dingers, and right on cue, Kurt Suzuki.
Monty?
Suzuki.
Right behind Kate Longworth.
Monty, there you are. Wait, Monty.
Number 6.
Wait, Monty, you're on the air. Thank you. There you go, partner.
That's right.
Yeah, there's a small dinger, the little cowbell, but well, that was amazing. Monty took over half inning of play-by-play, and you
2 outs, nobody on, 0-2 count.
Yeah, he said, you know, this is what we use, and about that time Suzuki just unloaded.
It may have been the best moment of the year.
No doubt. Well, the best moment is looking at you, the way you dressed up for that turn back the clock, and
that's right. My head still itches. 1-0 to Callaspo. Callaspo for 2, walk and a run score. Every time I talk to Monty Moore, he tells me something I didn't know. Today he said, you know, when he was announcing with the Kansas City A's, he said, I don't even know if there was such thing as a disabled list. He said, nobody ever talked about it.
That's right.
And he was being dead serious. He said, guy was hurt, he just didn't play, and you know, there wasn't this big DL, who's on it, who's not on it, 15-day, 21, 60. He said that's right. It was never ever talked about.
Because we didn't know what a rotator cuff was, or a rib cage, or what are they called?
Intercostal.
Intercostal. Yeah, that's right. Intercostal strain. Maybe all the new terminology in the medical field. Well, they've got some injuries, but you're right. And Monty was correct in his talking about the Kansas City A's that moved to Oakland.
Callaspo with the 2-out walk. So that's 4 walks now by A's pitchers, and that'll bring up the youngster Calhoun.
Well, I just have to wonder if try to put Callaspo in motion. He does not have the exceptional speed that some of the other players do in the Angels, but the element of surprise.
Callaspo yet to even attempt a stolen base. So here's the youngster Calhoun, his first major league start. He takes a strike from Brian Fuentes. Mariners still leading the Rangers 5-0. It is now top of the 7th inning at Safeco Field. Couple games in the National League that were day games. The Mets beat Pittsburgh 3-1. So the Mets hanging around in the National League East. The Brewers beat the Giants 8-5. Scored a bunch of runs early off Barry Zito. So Zito got the loss there. That one bounced toward Weeks. On the backhand. Throws to first. And they get the speedy Calhoun. Side retired. So the bottom of the 9th set to go from the Coliseum. It'll be Reddick leading things off. And we are all tied at 1.
Baseball on Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by Chevrolet and their award-winning cars, trucks, and crossovers, and by Jack in the Box. Right now at Jack in the Box, you can try the new Chipotle Chicken Club. Make it a combo with fries and a drink.
Bottom of the 9th, it's a 1-1 game. So Reddick's going to lead it off, followed by Smith and then Gomes. And they will do it against a new pitcher when it's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change, tune-up, and smog expert. Scott Downs comes in. So Downs, the lefty, to face Reddick, the lefty. First pitch is a bit outside. Reddick 0 for 2 with a walk. Pops a foul back.
Well, another great performance by Jared Weaver, who leads after 8 innings. But the one thing you have to look at is the rookie, Jared Parker, matching him. 7 innings for Parker, 8 for Jared Weaver, each giving up a run. So it comes down to the bullpen. He's trying to win it in the 9th.
Reddick thought he had a base hit to center field. Downs reaches down and grabs it and gets the out. So 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th.
Now batting,
It was hit hard, and with the second baseman, Kendrick, over kind of in the hole, expected him to pull the ball. Nice play by Kelly Downs.
So Seth Smith steps in. He's got a home run. Solo shot in the 6th inning. Angels bullpen this year, 7 losses and 7 blown saves. Some of that struggles of the closer Jordan Walden, who is not the closer anymore. At least he was replaced by Scott Downs, trying to get Walden back in there. Kevin Jepson's in the minor leagues.
Yeah.
They were figuring that he would be a big part of that bullpen.
You know, the expectations, and guys don't fill the roles that they're expected to fill, then they have to make some changes, see what they can do, who they can bring up to do the job. And the A's just trying to actually get a runner in scoring position. Hard to believe, looking at score.
Still have not had him in.
Seth Smith home run was a solo home run with 2 outs in the 6th inning.
So he was at second base, but very short period of time.
Just 3 hits, one of those including the home run.
2-2 pitch to Smith. Breaking ball, and he just got a piece of it and rolls it foul.
Well, this is against Jared Weaver, and straightaway center field. Weaver had that look, well, maybe not, and definitely was. And nice swing by Seth Smith. 4 home runs, all against right-handers.
So Downs is ready. Another 2-2 pitch. Another breaking ball that Smith fouls to the left side to stay alive. So Yankees this weekend. Yankees will play at home to the Royals. And they will then fly to the Bay Area tomorrow. They have an off day tomorrow. That went back to Downs. He reaches up, makes the play. So another nice play by the pitcher.
One hard, one soft, and both could have possibly been base hits if they get past the pitcher. But Downs tall, follow through. Nice jump, timed it perfectly, and Seth Smith would have had to hustle to try to beat it out, but once Downs caught it, there's no chance.
Well, a lot of times you see left-handers, Ray, they fall way off to the third base side of the mound. But you watch Downs, after his follow through, he's standing right there. Feet are parallel. And that certainly helped him on that play. First pitch to Gomes is a strike. And watch how he finishes and where he's at.
That's where
to
you're
field the ball.
Supposed to square up to the home plate, finish square, so you can handle any balls to your left over your head, which he has done perfectly.
That one outside to Gomes.
Johnny Gomes thinking one thing. 2 outs. Right-handed hitter facing a left-hander, and Downs knows that he's thinking about one thing, and that's why Downs will probably pitch him away as he has the first 2 pitches.
He's thinking we could beat traffic to Petaluma.
That's right.
Close pitch, a bit outside. 2-1 the count.
Maybe Johnny is Balfour gets loose. Johnny ended the game with a hit batter. That's one of the extra innings the A's had earlier in the season at the Coliseum against the Royals. Jonathan Broxton.
Three and 1. Kaihue would be next. Well, Downs may be pitching a little bit careful to Gomes, but
exactly.
Johnny, if it's anywhere close, I can't imagine he would get cheated. Gomes took it, 3-2.
But it's kind of hard to think about a pitch that you can pull when the pitcher knows that you're trying to do that. And Allen's been around long enough to know that he'd rather have Johnny Gomes try to hit one out to right field, right center, instead of pulling it. And I think Johnny in 5 pitches has been looking for a mistake. He's yet to get one.
Payoff pitch to Gomes. And it's low when he walked it.
Gomes, a walk-off hit batter. Kai Hui with a walk-off base hit against the White Sox. That was a game in which Cespedes tied it with a home run. And then Kai Hui ended it, scoring Seth Smith. And extra innings against the White Sox, extra innings against the Royals, both here at the Coliseum and won. And Jim Miller picked up the win, giving up the run in the top half of the inning to the White Sox, but Hayes came back and beat them.
So the winning run at first, 2 outs. That's Gomes. Kai Hui bounces one easy for Pujols, who steps on the bag, and we're going to play extra frames. So it's a 1-1 game. 10th inning coming up. With Casey Pratt. Follow Casey on Twitter at Casey Pratt CSN. Log on to Ace Talk on CSNCalifornia.com all season long to read Casey's news and notes on the Oakland Athletics. Extra innings from the Coliseum. Over 23,000 in the house today, so they will see some extra baseball.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Your attention, please. Well, you know Balfour's pitching. You can tell by the music and by those arms, but I have no idea. We'll have to ask Balfour. Maybe it has something to do with his song. I have no idea.
So indeed it is Grant Balfour. Takes over here in the 10th inning when it's time for change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Oil Change Tune-Up and Smog Expert. So Balfour comes in for his 23rd appearance. So this is game number 45 for the A's, so he's been busy. And Fuentes goes an inning with a walk, nothing else.
A different role for Grant Balfour, but at least at this juncture of the game, he comes in starting the inning, which I think for a reliever is always important.
And he's facing a pinch hitter. This is the catcher spot, Bobby Wilson, but it's Eric Aybar. Mike Scioscia looking for a base runner here in the 10th. Puts up Aybar. .230 the average for the normally the everyday shortstop for the Angels. Aybar really struggling offensively this year.
backdrop signage is not supposed to be done. Not during the impact. Just be down between pitches or between batters. But
and it's settled on our good friends at Cache Creek. 1-2 the count with Trout to follow, and then Izturis. If anybody were to get aboard, it would be Albert Pujols. So just 8 hits total in the game. 5 by the Angels, just 3 by the Athletics. Amazing what good pitching does, Ray. The A's have a total of 10 hits in this series, but yet they got a chance to win the series. So Parker went 7. Cook, good inning, walked a couple, but got out of it. Fuentes pitched the 9th, and now Balfour here in the 10th. 2-2 pitch is shot foul right over the A's dugout.
Well, Ibar just looking fastball, figures that Balfour's not going to throw anything but the fastball with a couple of strikes. 2-2 count, and actually could have been on first base with a walk. He swung at a couple of pitches out of the strike zone. That's on the curve.
That one is going to drop right in front of the bullpen mound. So the count stays 2-2. Jordan Walden is warming up for the Angels. Mariners still leading the Rangers 5-0, top of the 8th inning. Ibar skies one towards shallow center. Coco Crisp shading his eyes. He's got it. Ibar is retiring, and there's out number 1 here in the 10th.
And Mike Scioscia behind the batting cage in Anaheim telling these guys don't do it. Then they keep hitting the ball in the air, knowing that they're not driving the ball, and it is frustrating. And that's one of the frustrations for Mike Scioscia and his ball club. And the guys that should be hitting line drives and ground balls for base hits and getting on base, running, but a lot of balls in the air, which is good for the A's.
So Trout steps in. Trout is 0 for 4. In the series, he's 1 for 12. Frieri starts to throw with Walden, and it's quickly 0-2. So Trout steps out, takes a deep breath. Down in the count. Second fewest runs scored in the American League behind the Athletics. Angels offense. Well, neither team has improved their standings in that area in this series. One-two pitch. Pennington backhands. Guns it across, and they just get Trout. 2 outs.
Unbelievable speed. That's lightning speed. And plus, Trout does a good job of getting out of the box quickly. But he is flying, and Clay Pennington backhanded the ball and knows that no time. Bam, lets it go, and Kai Hui with a good stretch, and Trout that quickly, half step max that they got it. He runs so fast.
So 2 outs for Izturis. Strike.
We have seen some speed with Gentry of the Rangers. Pennington, backhand, and if he catches the ball any other way, and Mike Gallego, the excellent infield coach, would say you have to backhand balls like that and position yourself to throw the way Pennington did. If you try to get in front of the ball, there's no way he'd have enough behind his throw to throw out front, and that's a real speed, and that's how quickly play developed. Nice to be blessed with a strong arm, good hands, and Pennington has both.
1-1 to Izturis. And he went around. Esturiz with a fly ball to center, an RBI single, a strikeout, and a walk and a stolen base. And that just missed outside. Ball four. Going for that outside corner, just missed it.
Ron Copa all day has looked left or right depending on location of the pitch, whether it's outside, which either to lefty or righty.
See the big man in the on deck circle, Albert Pujols. A shot. Nice play by Kaiahui. Steps on first, side retired. Bottom of the 10th coming up. It's a 1-1 game. Suzuki's going to lead it off.
$15, $5 from each field level ticket will benefit the Kurt Suzuki Family Foundation, which supports the scientific research of chronic illnesses and healthy living. Autographed items will be sold behind section 121 to benefit the foundation. For more information on the foundation and to purchase tickets, go to oaklandathletics.com/Suzuki or call 510-563-2205.
And Kurt Suzuki's going to lead it off here in the bottom of the 10th inning. When it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. Jordan Walden takes over. So Walden really struggled early on, but he's starting to straighten it out a little bit.
Number 8, Kurt Suzuki.
So it'll be Suzuki, Donaldson, and Pennington, the bottom three in the order, bottom of the 10th. Walden's first pitch, good fastball, 96 miles an hour. He can get it up there, triple digits once in a while. Suzuki a strikeout, a flyout, and a ground out. Missed outside, 1-1 count.
Check both of his feet as he's airborne. Hydroplaning. Back foot leaves the pitching rubber. He hits above the ground. And same with the front foot.
Well, they say 60 feet 6 inches, but some guys really jump like that. And they're quite a ways out in front of the rubber when they release the baseball. The Suzukis aren't going anywhere. down the right field line, but it'll drop foul. Rangers are mounting a comeback. Adrian Beltre just hit a 2-run homer. It's now 5-3 in the 8th inning. Mariners over Texas.
Beltre hit that in the park where he played for 5 years and did not hit a lot. Mariners would like to have seen him hit a few more than he did.
So 2-2 to Suzuki. That one driven left field, but Trumbo is there, makes the catch. So Suzuki is 0 for 4. His last hit was the Smith home run in the 6th inning.
And for Kurt Suzuki, admirably playing with a sore left hand, and the frustrating part for any hitter with a sore hand especially is that you make a swing, you think I've got it, and all of a sudden you realize there's just nothing there. Balfour with an inning following Cook and Fuentes, and if it goes to another inning, looks like it'll be Jordan Huerta.
So Donaldson grounds out to third, and that'll bring up Pennington. Pennington is 0 for 3. Struck out in the 3rd, popped out in the 5th, and grounded out in the 8th. Cliff with a home run and 8 RBIs on the year. Walden's first pitch is a strike on the swing. See Ron Kulp point at Pennington, which means he thinks Pennington went around. Fastball at 97 miles an hour, and it's a quick 0-2. Pujols would lead off the 11th if it gets to the 11th inning. That one hit hard on the ground, but Kendrick has it. A couple steps to his right. Side retired. So we're on to the 11th inning. Pujols to lead it off. We're tied at 1. It's right here at the Coliseum. It's Comcast Sportsnet California's authentic Fan Fridays. This Friday, it's the Yankees, and you'll get a ticket in our value deck behind home plate, an A's t-shirt, a cheer card, and a $6 food and drink voucher, all for one great price. The best deal in Bay Area baseball is Comcast Sportsnet authentic Fan Friday. There it is, folks. It'll be packed. You may want to get up there early because it's going to be packed on Friday night. The Yankees in town. Fireworks going on after the game. That's the place to be, if you ask me.
Now pitching for the Athletics.
So log on to csncalifornia.com for all the details. Jordan Norberto comes in. We have reached the 11th inning here at the Coliseum. So Norberto will face Pujols, Morales, Trumbo, if anybody gets on, Kendrick. Swing and a miss. Norberto took a little off. So Grant Balfour goes an inning, 3 up, 3 down. Chris coming in to his left. He's under it. He's got it. Pujols is retired.
Well, anytime you get Pujols out, lefty pitching to him, hard slider down and in, and Albert with 2 strikes protecting, and all he could do is just inside out swing, lift it to right center, shallow, which is the good news.
Takahashi starts to throw for the Angels. First pitch to Kendrys Morales is outside.
Every bullpen likes to have one guy that they can hold back for extra innings that can go multiple innings. So far the A's and the Angels have the pitchers out for 1 inning. Cook, Fuentes, and Balfour for the Athletics, and Downs, Walden. Looks like somebody else is going to pitch the bottom of the 11th for the Angels.
Well, the Angels have 8 men in their bullpen as well. They are a position player short right now. They want another arm in their bullpen.
So you're saying they could just throw 1 inning at a time?
Probably, if they wanted to.
Roberto, after the 3-0, just walked around behind the mound and came back, probably thinking Morales might have the green light. 3-0, did not swing.
Morales takes low, and he's aboard with 1 out.
And it's going to be a pinch runner. Yeah.
Guess who?
Borges.
So Borges comes in to run. No surprise there.
Please. Running for Morales, Peter Borges. Now batting, number 44, Mark Trumbo.
So Borges at first, 1 out, and Trumbo is the hitter. Trumbo hitless with a couple of strikeouts today. The first pitch, swing and a miss. And Norberto's been very good this year for the Athletics. Much different pitcher than the one we saw last year. Spent a little bit of time with the A's in the big league. Borges be running. Yeah, that's a possibility. He's only attempted 2 steals this year. Coco went back. Now he's got to come in. Still coming in, and he goes into a slide, and he made the catch.
Whoa. Wow. Speed, speed, speed. Wow, what is great asset to have, to be fooled on the ball, break back, and then realize I better get going, and he goes into the slide, and another basket catch. And Peter Borges was ready to take off, but a nice play by Coco Crisp. We've seen Trout in center, Borges, of course, playing in the outfield, Gentry running down the ball in Texas, and Coco Crisp doing it today. That's the glove position and takes it right down on the slide. That's a big play. That's a runner in scoring position if he doesn't make the play.
0-1 to Kendrick. And now 0-2. Kendrick is 0 for 4. He's robbed of a hit Nice play by Donaldson in the second inning. Seth Smith is way off the line in left field. As the whole outfit is shifted toward right center.
Well, that is the power that Howie Kendrick has. Right center, right field. As the swing perfectly suited for that direction, and he's always dangerous. Make a mistake and you throw an off-speed pitch, you can pull it. That's what the A's do not want to see.
We're just not running. The pitch is way outside. 1-2. No, you do not want one headed down to the left field corner with Borges at first.
I don't think a ball in any gap will keep Borges from scoring. Yeah, he can fly, especially with 2 outs. He'll be going on contact. Any contact is made.
Kendrick shoots one up the middle. Weeks dives, can't get it. Borges digging around second. Coco better hurry up and get it back in. As Borges, he just never looks like he's going to stop. So it's a base hit for Kendrick. First and third, 2 outs. Callaspo is the hitter.
And if Jamal Weeks had gotten a glove on it, he would have scored. Because he would have stopped the ball, slowed it down enough. The mound slowed it down. Jamal did not let, maybe, does he get a glove on it? No, he just missed it, or maybe just at the tip of the webbing. But Coco Crisp really had to charge the ball because Borges was running to third like he wanted to score. Hugo, the third base coach, and had to slow him down and stop him.
So here's Callaspo. He's a switch hitter. And he shoots one down the right field line, and it's fouled by about a foot. Wow. Well, everybody held their breath on that one.
Sliced just enough to get into foul territory, and not by much. Bob Melvin's going to talk to Norberto.
Well, there's a youngster, the rookie, Calhoun, a left-handed hitter in the on-deck circle, so that could be part of the conversation.
Well, also the conversation about should Kendrick decide to run Borges at third. There is no doubt that they would let him go to second base, because any throw to second, any attempt to throw to second, Borges is going to be coming down the line.
Callaspo takes a bit outside, so the count 1-1. Crisp is very shallow in right center. Reddick extremely shallow in right field.
That's a good point about the hitter in the on-deck circle, and ideally try to get the hitter to hit pitcher's pitch. That's a good fastball inside, and maybe Bob Melvin said don't feature the fastball away. He already saw what he could do. Good location in with this fastball and tied up Callaspo.
So the count 1-2 to Callaspo. Roberto Kinsand the pitch. Reached for it, and he pokes it foul.
Want another fastball inside, that tailed away. That's how much it missed the plate.
Runner goes, and the pitch is fouled back again. So Kendrick on the move that time.
And nobody was covering second, so they talked about it, and surprised Kendrick took as long as he did to run. He's infield playing in their position, not giving up the position, even with the runner on the move.
fastball is high. 2-2 the count. That's the youngster Cole Calhoun in the on-deck circle.
When they go fastball inside, that's what they're trying to do to get Caspo out.
And he reaches for it, fouls it back again. Kendrick was moving. The Mariners hang on, and they beat the Rangers 5-3. So here's your final from Safeco Field. So the A's could pick up a game in the standings on the first place Rangers if they can win this game today. Mariners take 2 out of 3. Runner goes again. 2-2 pitch hit down the left field line. That's trouble. And Borges is going to score. Here comes Kendrick. He's going to score. Callaspo comes through big time. And the Angels lead 3-1.
Well, he's staying with the fastball. And Callaspo, who kept getting the fastball. They tried down and in, left it up, and maybe even swung on the ball, but it didn't matter because it looked like he said they're going to try to get a fastball in. They did, and that's how quickly he turned on it. Callaspo, who walked in the third and scored, leadoff walk, and it was a 1-out walk in this inning to Morales that comes around to score.
Here's Calhoun, and he takes a breaking ball down and away. Calhoun got his first major league hit in the 5th inning. It was a double on the left field line. Strike at the knees. Callaspo gets his 10th and 11th RBI of the year. RBIs. Strike 2. 1-2. Alberto. A couple of well-placed pitches to Calhoun. It'll be the top of the A's order in their half of the 11th inning. Ernesto Frieri will come in and try to save it.
The Angels today have scored 3 runs so far, all 3 coming with 2 outs.
So a disappointing top of the 11th. The A's still have their at-bats in the bottom of the 11th. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball. Calhoun strikes out. Side retired, but 2 runs on 2 hits and a walk. So we go to the bottom of the 11th. The Angels with a 3-1 lead. 2-run double with 2 outs in the top of the 11th inning. It's time for change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change tune-up and smog experts. Ernesto Frieri comes in to pitch for the Angels. So Frieri, we saw him earlier in this series. It was last night. He struck out a couple in 1 inning. He's got real good stuff. We were impressed. Ernesto Frieri.
That's probably why he's in the game right now. And Jordan Walden, they were kind of saving Frieri for this opportunity if they had a lead, and they do.
So Weeks, Crisp, and Reddick. These need 2 to tie, 3 to go home. Weeks is 1 for 4. Just missed outside. Gomes a single, Weeks a single, Smith a home run. That's the only hits in the game for the A's. Good location, 93 miles an hour. Frieri from the stretch. The fastball that runs away to Weeks. A's post-game live coming up after the ball game. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So Weeks chased it, and that's out number 1 here in the bottom of the 11th.
He's got a good fastball, and it hides the ball well. In that case, nailed the outside corner with Jamal.
It's like one of those guys, Ray, where velocity-wise, 91, 92, 93, which is good. It's not off the charts, but he gets swings and misses. So there has to be some late movement on his pitches. First pitch strike to Coco Crisp. Coco is 0 for 4. He is grounded out 4 times. He did reach on a fielder's choice. Nice to have him get aboard and have Reddick be the tying run. So now the count 1-2.
Well, one guy they don't have who hit a big home run extra in the game, and that's Yoenis Cespedes, still on the disabled list. It's against the White Sox. He's had a couple of extra inning games here at the Coliseum, down both games in the last inning, but have come back not only to tie but to win it. An uphill battle today, because they have yet to have a runner in scoring position. Still shocking.
Swing and a miss. 93 miles an hour, and Frieri has struck out the first 2 here in the bottom of the 11th.
So nothing but that fastball and the movement. Well timed, but nice movement from the right hand.
So here's Reddick. Smith in the on-deck circle, 2 outs. Fastball outside corner strike. So Frieri jumping ahead of the A's hitters. Well, now we've seen his breaking ball. Now that's a pretty good pitch as well. First one he's thrown, and it was nasty. So 0-2 to Reddick.
Can't wait to see the Padres pitching staff. They must be outstanding.
They let him go.
Yeah.
We don't need this guy. Nova and Ross on Friday night. Game 1 of that series between the A's and the Yankees. So Reddick has come back to even the count, 2-2. Up and away, 3-2. Frieri is going to try to finish it off with a new baseball. This gives Seth Smith one shot.
Nice.
Well, Frieri's ready. So is Reddick. Reddick swung at ball 4.
Close, too close, and that's probably the reason he did. Plus, I think Frieri took a little bit off the pitch. You could see the hesitancy and looking into Hester, and Hester probably went straight to the fastball. Looked like it was a shakeoff.
Another 3-2, and that time Reddick lays off. So good at bat for Reddick, and Smith is going to get a chance as the tying run.
Jared Weaver, outstanding pitching again, except for the one pitch. This hit to Seth Smith. The straightaway center field that tied it. Can he do it again?
So Smith is ready. Reddick not being held, so he'll take off for second base. And the pitch is a fastball right there for a strike. So Reddick to second.
Runner in scoring position.
The easy way. Finally. You've been waiting to say that for 11 innings.
Last night.
Yeah, it's been 36 hours. 0-1 to Smith. Swing and a miss. Fastball down around the knees with movement, so it's 0-2.
Great location too. Kid knows how to pitch. At least he knows how to hit his spots.
But runs outside. And that'll do it. Smith strikes out. So Frieri ends up striking out 3 in the 11th inning. And there's your hero right there, Callaspo, with the 2-out, 2-run double in the top of the 11th inning. So another frustrating afternoon offensively for the Athletics. The Angels win in 11 innings, 3-1, and they take the series 2-1. So the A's will have an off day tomorrow and get set for the weekend series against the New York Yankees. 3-1 is your final again in 11 innings. You've been watching Oakland A's baseball on Comcast Sportsnet, part of the NBC Sports Group. Don't go away. A's Postgame Live with Brody Brazil and Greg Cadaret starts right now.